Tyrese Halliburton, even though he had Florida playing hard, he was ready to go. He was good when before he went out. Welcome back to another episode of Talking Sports with your boy DP, and we live, baby.
Yeah.
And we finna talk about the college football playoffs, man. You see, I got the game with me. Now I'm finna introduce these folks, man, because I know y'all don't seen some of them with me, and I know y'all don't seen some of them on their own platform before also. But I got my boy Dolphin Day right here with me, man. Dolphin Day, tell the people about to tell them where they can find you, my guy.
Yeah, what's up, guys? So I'm Dolphin Day. You can find me on TikTok at Dolphin Day. You can find me on YouTube at Dolphin Day Podcast, and I also got an Instagram, Dolphin Day Pod. I'll be talking about Miami sports, all South Florida sports. So make sure y'all tune in, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Then I got my boy Reek, man. Reek, let the people know where they can find you at, my boy.
What's going on, man? It's your boy Rick, man. Y'all can find me on TikTok and YouTube at Kane Boys Podcast, man. Dropping the top content for the two best sports entities in the country, Dallas Cowboys and the Miami Hurricanes, man. Let's go.
Yes, sir. And last but not least, my boy Trucking Chubb, man. Let the people know where they can find you, man.
Hey, what up, y'all, man? Trucking Chubbs, man. Y'all can find me on Instagram at Trucking Chubbs. Y'all can find me on TikTok at Trucking Chubbs. Y'all can find me on YouTube, X. I'm on all the platforms, your favorite ones, man. Sports with Trucking Chubby here on YouTube, man. Tap in with me, man. I talk about a little bit of everything, man. Pittsburgh Steeler fan, as you can see. So all my Steeler fans tap in because I keep it a buck. I talk about a little bit of everything, though, man. Thank y'all. Peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's official, man. We already got a few people in the comments, man. Got my boy Cuban Kane, man. Ain't no talking sport with DP. It's talking national championship with DP. That real.
Hell yeah.
Hey, what up,
South
South
Coast
Coast?
Kane. What it do, baby? What it
South
do, South
Coast.
Coast? Hey, man. So, yeah, man, we came here, man, to straight up talk about the college football playoff as a whole, man. So, I want to get, my guys' take to see how they feel about it, see, how they feel about this playoff. And did the committee get it right? So, that's the first question I'm going to ask each and every one of you guys. So, did the college committee get it right? Dolphin Day, tell me how you feel, man. You feel like they got it right this year?
I mean, I think they got it right for the most part. Except for like two scenarios, the G5, the two G5 teams that came in, I think it really was a down play for, the rest of the first team out, the second team out kind of thing. I don't agree with both of them getting in, but I understand the circumstances of how they both got in. But no, I think they got it right in the top 10 at least. So,
all right.
I respect that. Trug.
Yo.
Let me know, man. Did they get it right?
I don't feel like they got it right. No, I don't. I don't feel like the committee got it right this year. I feel like it was close. But the G5's getting in, man. That's what did it. And I'm pretty sure that we all could agree with that. Maybe we agree somewhere down the line with that. But the G5's getting in should have never happened. I think Notre Dame or Vanderbilt maybe should have got a shot. You know what I mean? Those 10-win teams, from the power conferences. I think that those teams should have been able to get up in there. If not Vanderbilt, maybe you can argue another team, from another conference, because that would have added to what the 6th, 7th SEC team. But in long and short, no, I don't think they got it right, DP.
The only reason I wouldn't say Vanderbilt, because it would be hard to put them in over Texas, because Texas beat them.
Right.
That'd be like a similar situation to Miami beating Notre Dame, how they was crying and whining,
Mm-hmm.
They don't whine so much to the point where now they get an automatic bid. They finish in the top 12. Crazy work. You feel me? But hey, my boy Reek, man, tell me how you feel, man. You feel like they got it right, my guy?
I mean, I feel ultimately they got it as right as they could. I mean, like Chubb said, it was close. In hindsight, I would say probably outside of Bama getting in over Notre Dame, or like you say, Texas probably squeezed it in. They weren't expecting that loss to Florida, so they was probably just, maybe we just gonna get by with that one to Ohio State. But once they followed through and they dropped that second one to Florida, they kind of made things look crazy for them. So I think those two would be debatable. But outside of that, the two group of fives, man, they kind of just watered down the playoffs a little bit. I would say maybe just one, maybe, because I feel like I feel like I'm a fair person, so I would always like to see a little bit of parity get in with a G5. I'm always good for a Cinderella story or underdog, so I would say at least that, but they got it as right as they could.
Well, I feel like, man, it's kind of hard to have a Cinderella story in college football, dog. 'Cause
Yeah.
the teams that's at the bottom, like depending on how far as the G5 level, I don't think they got enough money and the talent and the depth to really compete with the bigger schools that's making the playoffs each and every year. So I feel like they always gonna be outmanned and outmatched unless they just get lucky or something and somebody limp their way into the playoffs and then the G5 school, bust their head. Because even last year, Boise State, they was kind of like overhyped. You take Ashton Genty off that team, what do they really have?
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? So like the G5, we gonna get into the G5 school later on in the show, you feel me? So the next question though, and since we got 3 Canes fans on here, I'm gonna say 2. What were your 2 favorite games? And one of them can't be a Miami Hurricane game. So we got 3 Hurricanes. So one of them, you can say 2 games, but one of them can't be Miami because I know y'all gonna say Miami Falls.
I knew you knew. I knew that you was gonna go that way. So I decided to go with a different.
We're gonna start off with 2, man.
I decided.
What were your favorite games from the playoffs, man? Give me 2 of them.
Well, yeah. No, I was gonna give you that one. I wouldn't go, Miami game, that's a wash. You know what I mean? So I wasn't even gonna mention that. But my favorite game of the playoffs was Ole Miss and Georgia, man. That was a barn burner, man. It was a close game. It was back and forth. Trinidad Chambers kind of showed his little Cinderella magic there. You know what I'm saying? So he showed why he was a little bit of something to be reckoned with once he was facing us. But yeah, he did his thing. He had 362 yards. Kawan Lacey had his 2 tutties and his 98 yards, man. Stripling, he did his thing. So it was back and forth, man. It came down to a field goal, man. So it was a really good game. So I would say out of all the games in the playoffs, it was definitely Georgia and Ole Miss.
Right.
Talking about came down to the wire, man. 39-34 for the people ain't know, man. That was definitely a good game. And Georgia defensive line really couldn't get no pass rush on them, man. Honestly, Miami, when we played him, it was hard for us to get to that young man too. But I think we came into a game plan of more so like keep him contained. Because if you over pursue, he gonna get up out of there, man. Mm-hmm. But let us know, man. What was your favorite games?
I mean, look, I ain't no Miami Hurricanes fan.
Yeah, you neutral.
It was the Miami Hurricanes and Ole Miss. I mean, it was the best game of the 2026 college football playoff.
Chubb is a college football fan. He don't necessarily have a specific team. He just like college football. I'm interested to see what his team gonna be.
Between Miami Hurricanes and Ole Miss was the #1 best football game of the college football playoffs, hands down. It was a game. It was a movie. They put a movie on out there. That's an instant classic. You go back and watch that game tomorrow, you can go back and watch that game next year. You're always going to have a feel for that game, the dramatic, the way that it was, the fourth quarter comeback, that Trinity Chambliss, he had y'all on y'all toes. Y'all, you know what I mean? When you watching the game, you sitting there, you like, oh man, like hold up, like I don't know what's going on. And then, you know what I mean? Y'all come out busting out the next drive. Carson Beck made a couple of plays, Fletcher running a ball strong, then for him to cap it off and run it in. It probably was like, whoo, because I'm not a fan, and I was watching that game and I'm like, oh, he scored. All right, he scored. You know what I mean? So man, that game had so much excitement around it. It's an instant classic, but 25 points that they scored, man. It was just a beautiful game, man. It was. So it was dramatic. It had everything that you could ask for in a football game and everything, from a non-fan perspective and a fan's perspective. That was the best game out there, if you ask me. So
that's real. Now I ain't gonna lie, it felt like the Natty, bro. I ain't gonna count. It felt like the Natty game.
About gave me a heart attack, man.
Yeah, so it was lit.
And this kind of ain't an easy question, only because, like, bro, Miami really had the best matchups almost every game. It was some good matchups, but the matchups Miami had, bro, they was matching up with some good teams. But Dolphin, let us know, man, how you feel. Which was your best game, your favorite game?
I'm gonna have to go with my boy Reek on here. Okay. I mean, man, that Georgia Ole Miss game, that was unbelievable. It was a good watch. Everyone, the Ole Miss was getting doubted, like Miami's been getting doubted the whole time, and Ole Miss going there and playing their ass off, and I mean, it was back and forth, bro. I have to go with that game. I have to go.
Yeah, it got to. I mean, look, it's close. It was a very close game. It's close, you know what I'm saying? To beat them, what, by 5? Wasn't it by 5 or something like that, y'all?
It was on 39-34.
So, I mean, go back and forth with it, you know what I mean? But
at the end of the game, they kept trying to give Georgia that 1 second, that 1 second, that 1 second. It was just like, oh, man, is the game going to end yet or what? The stage is already out here, dude.
I told a lot of people, man, it was when I was watching the game and I was like, nobody really playing defense and both teams was able to run the ball for the most part. So I'm like, games like that usually come down to who got the better quarterback. And Chambers definitely was the better quarterback in that game. And it came to be true, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I'm going to say, I got to say a Miami game, even though I said I ain't going to say it, but the Miami-Ohio State game, man, just because the way, bro, we was doubted coming into that game. Soon as we beat Texas A&M, people was like, I don't know why y'all did that, because y'all finna go up there and lose in Dallas by 10 points. Even Urban Meyer out here talking trash. Urban Meyer told everybody, hey, if Ohio State scored 14 points, the game is over. Well, they scored 14, but the outcome ain't in how you thought it was going to end, buddy. All about you, baby. But like I said, the other game that I liked it, I'm not gonna say I would just have to say the Ole Miss and Georgia game. Like that was the best 2 games, honestly. But to each his own, I will say the Alabama and Oklahoma game was somewhat interesting. I ain't gonna take credit for that game. That was an interesting game also. And it was a lot better than the first time those teams had matched up. You feel me? They was getting, they was going back and forth. You feel me?
I was gonna mention that, but I was like,
But yeah, I would say it wasn't a bad game. It wasn't a great game. But for the next question, I want to ask you guys, and I feel like we got options with this question. What were the worst games that you feel like you witnessed in the playoffs? We're gonna start off with you, Chubb.
Oh, you gonna start off with me with the worst game was?
Yeah, we're gonna start off with you, my guy.
Okay, so which one was the worst? Which one should I go with? Should I go with the let's see, the Indiana Oregon game or the Indiana Alabama game? Which one was worse?
Man.
You know what I mean? I mean, they both got hung. Oregon got 56 put up on them. Although they did try to score 22 points, but they get blown out like that. I mean, look, Alabama only put up 3, but on them. So I think I'm gonna have to go with the Oregon game, man. The Oregon game by far was the worst one to me. I think Indiana Oregon, it was the worst. It was a bad game, man. It was not from, if you want to look at just total blowout, did you change the channel? I just want to ask y'all, did y'all change the channel in that game?
I fell asleep actually.
See what I'm saying?
That's the first time I fell asleep all year watching a football game.
So once they got in their 40s,
so did I say more?
I say once they got in their 40s, Chubb, and then I seen Indiana, I think they got another turnover on down or something like that. Yeah, I went ahead and turned it off, man. It wasn't nothing more to be seen, man. They showed me what I would have expected. Because when they went against Texas Tech, bro, I didn't like what I seen, man. The Texas Tech game didn't look good for me when Oregon played them. Now, like, they go out there against Indiana like that. Indiana too disciplined to not take advantage of all the mistakes that Oregon made in the Texas Tech game. Tech just ain't have an offense to do nothing, but they defensive line was getting after Oregon the whole game. But let me see. Dolphin Day, man. Which one you feel like the worst game was, man?
I'm gonna be honest, man. That Texas Tech Oregon game. And I'm saying that because Texas Tech, they look like they forgot how to play offense, man. It was just like 3 and out, pick, fumble. Like, it was such a hard watch, man. Everyone's expecting Texas Tech. All the Texas Tech fans were expecting, a way better game than that, and they just came out and disappointed. I mean, it was awful to me. I think that was the worst game to watch.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was a bad game because they put the ball in Brennan Morton's hands. Like, when have they played like that all season? I mean, they played off the run, off of Dickey and the other back. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't rely on his arm throughout the year like that to win those games. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like it was complementary to their run game, you know, and their strong defensive play. And they forgot that versus Oregon. And Oregon, they exposed that with Texas Tech. Like they had some successful run plays against Oregon in that game, but they just didn't stick with it. And I was wondering why, like why are y'all trying to, you know, have Brendan Morton beat the DBs at Oregon? Like, why is that happening?
I also don't know why they were wearing their full black jerseys on the hot, sunny Miami sideline at a 1 p.m. game. That also didn't make sense to me. So,
Right.
to be honest, just terrible game plan all around, dude.
Yeah.
So,
You wear black at a funeral, don't you?
Yeah, you're right, Reed. And I didn't expect Texas Tech to do that much, honestly, because the best team they played was BYU. They beat BYU twice, but who did BYU beat, to be honest with you? And then I seen Texas Tech lose to an Arizona State team that was subpar this season. So they showed flaws coming into that game also. Reed, which one you feel like the worst games was, my guy?
Both of y'all. That pretty much answered the question for me. It was the Oregon Texas Tech game for me, man. Just watching it with your eyes, man. It was a tragedy, a travesty, catastrophe. However you want to look at it, man. How you get blanked in the playoffs, man. And for them, they had high expectations going in. And it just goes to show you that the Big 12, they got a long way to go. And most of their competition, they had never seen defense like that. They all offense. So Texas Tech never had to show the true firepower. They was always playing off a good field position because they were shutting teams down with the defense. So they best, level of competition, like you said, was Utah. So coming into it, they hadn't faced anybody who was well-rounded or had anything close to a complete team. So for them to go and get smacked the way they did, for Oregon to get smacked the way that they did, there's levels to this, man. So that shows you a few, if not more than that, levels above below. Got some work to do.
And you
Money
and see,
can't
that's
cure
why
everything.
Go ahead, Chuck.
that's why I went with the Indiana Oregon game for my worst game, because you see how y'all both picked Oregon and Texas Tech.
Yeah.
And then for them to blank Texas Tech 23-0 in the playoffs, but then go and get, they just, you know what I'm saying, they passed the controller on Indiana, you know what I'm saying? That's 21 strong, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And it's crazy work, bro, to not be able to score a touchdown or 3 points in the playoff game. You a playoff team ranked, you came in this thing ranked number 4 in the nation, and you ain't score a point. You got beat. The other team only had 23 points.
Right.
That's crazy work.
It was all
But honestly, I actually have a different game. I feel like the worst game, in my opinion. You feel me? Now, I'm cool with some Bama fans. Y'all don't be mad at me. But, dog, I was all that weekend before that game happened, that Indiana-Bama game happened, bro. I was saying, oh, yeah, Bama finna smack these boys. Bama got the better talent than these boys, man. Bama finna smack these boys. But not paying attention that, man, Bama ain't been able to run the ball down to the whole month of November and coming into that. And not only that, these boys, they lost 38-3. But not only that, they averaged 1.1 rushing yard per play. In 2026 college football, y'all average 1.1 rushing yard per play. I think they finished the game with 22 rushing yards. Yeah, the offensive coordinator they did, my boy Ty Simpson, did not look good at all. But so that, me personally, that only reason why I feel like that was the worst game for me, because I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that at all. I thought at least gonna be a battle.
I'm with you, DP, dude. I thought Alabama was going to win that game, and honestly, I think if they did win that game, hypothetically, since a lot of teams like using those, I think, you all know who I'm talking about. But Alabama, honestly, I think they could have beat Oregon. And
you think Alabama could have beat Oregon?
I think they could have.
Definitely, because the way they've been playing this year, they've been playing similar, and I just give Alabama the edge in the Alabama-Oregon game, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So we seen some bad football games.
Oh yeah.
It's been bad. So we can't even blame it on the group of 5, because we didn't even pick a group of 5 matchup.
There you go.
Honestly, you wouldn't, just based off of the disparity of talent, but they actually played pretty good.
I mean, James, you scored 35 points on Oregon, right?
Yeah, James.
Guess what?
That's a precursor. So we knew how it was going to get bad.
And guess what? Both teams had 500 yards of total offense, JMU and Oregon. How in the Davy Jones you allowing a G5 school to put over 500 total yards on you? I don't care if your backups came in or not. That just showing you got no depth.
At your home field.
To do everything.
At your home field.
At your home field. And they put up 34 on y'all. It should have been 7. I can see 17, 14 or something, maybe. But 34 and 500 total yards of offense. Yeah, it was a little shaky then. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Then Texas Tech, kind of let us know, hey, this is a little level up of competition. Then when they got to Indiana, well, I suppose the big dogs, because I don't want to give them too much credit, because we at war right now with them jokers. You feel me? But yeah, man, you feel me? So once they went at Indiana, a team that's gonna be disciplined, take advantage of opportunity. You feel me? They slipped up and fumbled the bad dog.
Well, and which is that's crazy, man. It's mind blowing. Like, so y'all just mentioned the 500 yards that they had, right? That that James Madison put up on Oregon, right? Mm-hmm. And what Rain Wright, how many yards he had? Like $110 in that game or something like that. Had like $110 on him. Like, come on, Texas Tech. Like, y'all been running the ball well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A G5 just put $110 up, and you not trying to run the ball. You want to pass the ball. Like, it was. So I get where y'all going with it, man. It was just, it's weird that happened. You know what I mean? 17-point margin. I think they was 20-point favorites in that game. They closed down on
17 and a half, I think.
Oh yeah. So James Madison really won that game. If you took the 17 and a half with James Madison, you was good.
Yeah.
You came up that game. That's crazy. It's just crazy. That's all I wanted to add was, like, you know what I mean? They ran the ball well on them. Like, that's another thing. Like, why didn't y'all pay attention to that Texas Tech? Come on, man.
Yeah, Texas Tech fumbled the bad, man. They ain't have nothing. The offense ain't get out the buzz, if you ask me, man. It was just defense showed up. Because the defense held these boys to 23 points, but they can only do so much. They kept putting them back on the field with all the turnovers. I think Texas Tech had 5 turnovers in that game, and Morton was getting sacked left and right. It was harassing the young man, dog.
Mm-hmm.
But for my next question to you gentlemen, man, what team or player, you can do both, surprised you the most in this playoffs?
For me, okay, so let me be honest here. The team that surprised me the most throughout these playoffs was Miami. Miami surprised me the most because I didn't expect Miami. First of all, I didn't expect them to get into the college football playoffs. And then when y'all did get in there as the number 10 seed, whether y'all want to look at it like this or not, that this is what the world looks at Miami as. The Cinderella story that came in, the underdog that's come in and played with tenacity, physicality, and has took down the Giants, 2 SEC teams, and the top dog from the Big Ten.
What up, LNV?
So they came in proving not only me wrong, and that's why I got to roll with Miami to me, because they surprised me, man. Like, I didn't take y'all to beat Texas A&M. I didn't take y'all to beat Ohio State. Put some respect on y'all name after that. And it was largely because of what I've seen throughout the regular season, the inconsistencies I've seen in Miami. I mean, I rock with, I rock with Miami. You know what I mean? I rock with college football, but DP, I picked Miami to do a lot of damage throughout this year. We had a show preseason. We did it, something. And I got let down, but that's why they surprised me in these playoffs.
Hurting after that SMU loss, dog. Yeah. A lot of fans had their head down and didn't know what the outcome was gonna look at the end of the road, man. But I'm glad them boys, put them chin straps on and tighten up, and y'all ain't done, but we close.
Y'all surprised me too, and I must say this is because throughout the regular season, Miami has been undisciplined, and I think teams knew that. But coming into the playoffs, y'all kind of got a handle on that a little bit. I think with the last game with Ole Miss, with that 10 penalty game, that obviously that can't happen in the national championship, but that was the most penalized game that y'all had in the playoffs. Up until then, y'all been really playing really disciplined ball and not shooting yourselves in the foot, because you go back and, y'all Miami fans, so y'all already know what I'm telling y'all. Y'all probably already know it, but it's just something I looked at. It was even in y'all blowout games throughout the regular season, y'all still was shooting yourselves in the foot. Y'all was winning the time of possession in the games, maybe turning the ball over one time, but the penalties is something that's a game, part of the game that a lot of people probably don't pay attention to, but that was killing y'all. Whether the refs wasn't on y'all side that game, and there was some calls that I think was questionable on Miami throughout the seasons. Yes, but also shooting yourselves in the foot too. Like it just didn't help. Like for instance, you said talk about that SMU game. That was 12 penalties in there for almost 100 yards. Like can't win like that. You know what I mean? You helping the other
You ain't
team.
lying.
You know what I'm saying? And even I think you can go back to we can go back to Louisville game. You look at that game, same thing in that game. Y'all had 9 penalties in that game for like almost 70 yards or something like that. You go back and you just look even what the Florida State game. I know these is games that I'm kind of bringing up that I can remember. Like y'all had more penalties in that game. Like I know that's not y'all had over 100 yards of penalties in the Florida State game, and y'all won that game. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something that I've been seeing with Miami as an outsider looking in, is that when y'all play disciplined ball the way that y'all did with Ohio State, no team in the country can beat y'all. In my opinion, y'all got the size, y'all got the talent, y'all got the speed. Y'all just have to play disciplined ball and not help the other team with shooting yourselves in the foot, and then y'all rolling.
You ain't lying. Reed, what team or player surprised you in this postseason, man?
I'm gonna go with the team on this one, but I mean, I'm gonna go with number one team. They've been man taking what's behind the shed, man. Like you say,
Indiana
built
I ain't mad at that at
built
all,
to.
BTA
Hey
for
man,
real.
because you could talk that talk all day about them not having the prerequisite talent, needed to go in, and they say they got 3 stars, they got old men over there, they got that old grown man strength too, so it's definitely paying dividends, man. I did not expect them to do the work that they've been doing to these teams, man. It ain't been close, bro. It has not been close at all. So it's I'm not afraid as a Hurricanes fan. I'm not afraid though, because I know we got the talent. Like you said, like Chubb say, man, if we play discipline ball, as long as when we line it up, can't nobody mess with us, man. We got them big boys up front on both sides of the ball, man. We got them athletes flying around, skill positions, But ultimately, man, Indiana, they've been looking really, really good, really, really disciplined, man. So, hey, them boys is working, man. Signetti got them, looking like him. They real serious, man. They in business mode, so they got their suit and tie, they got their suitcases, man. They ready to go to work.
I agree with that, Reed. I'm gonna have to pivot because that's the one I was gonna say. So I'm gonna pivot. I'm gonna say something else. But Dolphin Dave, let us know, man, what team or player surprised you this postseason, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with my biased one first. I'm gonna give you 2 real quick, dude. Just because I gotta say the King. I gotta say to you, bro. I gotta say to you. So I mean, obviously the Hurricanes, man, and to pick up on what Truckin was saying, like those early on losses that we had with SMU and Louisville. I think if we don't lose those games, I don't think we are the team we are right now. You know what I mean? A lot of positive came from those losses that a lot of people aren't seeing, and they're just using those losses as a really bad thing. But I look at them as a positive. I think Carson Beck, man. I think Carson Beck as well, dude. I mean, the way he's played in the playoffs, the way he's been managing the games, and I mean, just this last game. Who like in the world, for other team fans, like I want to know who in the world thought Carson Beck was going to go on that last drive and go score a touchdown? I guarantee you, not a lot of people, dude. You know what I mean? So I got to go with that. And then that was my biased answer. But I'm going to go with Ole Miss and Trinidad, man.
I feel you,
LMB.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Whooping ass like that. Yeah, it is. Like, hey.
Since
They would
Reed
all.
took
Yeah.
mine, I'm a pivot, man. This is I'm a pivot real strong. This is what I'm gonna say. The SEC conference as a whole surprised me in the underperformance because they really only, besides a G5 team, they really only beat each other. They didn't beat no other power conference team in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It was crazy work to me, surprising work, but they said it just means more, man. They said it just means more. They trying to tell the committee they need 5 guaranteed spots. You feel me? But why?
Like that.
But why? How many teams you had? Ole Miss in there, you had Georgia in there, you had Oklahoma in there, and you had Alabama in there. If I'm missing another SEC team, that's all of them.
I think you might have got all of them.
You got 4 of them in this year. You damn near got what you wanted. You say you wanted 5 in there guaranteed. Well, you got 4. And ain't now one of them at the last dance, you feel me? No, now one of them got the opportunity to hold up that trophy. Yeah, I'm taking a little bit of shots at the SEC, but y'all got to humble yourselves at this point, man. College football ain't 2013, 2005 or 2005. Yeah, it ain't that them days no more. Y'all just load up everybody and pay everybody because ain't nobody else.
Yep.
Because y'all know y'all ain't gonna get trouble paying them like any other conference is. You feel me? But now everybody got that bread. Everybody getting them players, man. The 5 stars you want to put third string, second string, no, they're gonna go somewhere else and start. And that's why y'all depleted, man. That's why there's a lot more parity in college football. But what I will say to my next question, guys, should G5 schools get in? Who want to take that first?
I guess I'll go ahead and take that first since ain't nobody jump on it. I'm jump on it. So yes, I do think the G5 should get in, had their own playoff, man. This is a number of reasons. Fellas, go ahead and rock out with me for a second. Give me a second here, man, because I got some notes that I got to get up, okay? Because I wanted to come proper, you know what I'm saying? First time kicking it.
That's why I brought it up. I know you the G5 man. You really be in your G5 bag for real. Let them know, Chubb.
So yes, I do think the G5 should have their own playoff for the simple fact, if we're going to expand the college playoffs, so let's just start off with competition level, okay? Their strength of schedule, the competition, the competitive fairness of it, and the viewership and the revenue that could come with the G5 having their own playoffs, right? Okay, so if we're gonna go to 16 teams, why not just split it up 8 and 8, half and half, right? We ain't got to go put more on the power side. You can give 8 from the G5, 8 from the Power 5 teams, right? And the revenue in that, because if y'all know right now, the SEC controls some of the revenue as far as room and board and, you know, the bands and all of that for the G5s once they get into the playoffs, right? Now, this is a fact, right? This ain't something that I'm making up. Y'all can look at it. Y'all can look it up if y'all need to, because this is all facts, right? Now, the group of 5 having their own playoff. All right, let me get here. Okay, so every team that's in the playoffs right now, they get a quarterfinal team receive $3.5 million. The semifinals team, they're getting $3.75 million, and then the semifinals 3.75, and then if you make it to the championship game, that's additional $4 million for playing in that game, right? So that's $20 million that a team could possibly end up with. As y'all all know, Notre Dame, they pocket all of that, right? Because they're independent. So, and that's largely that's something that's going on. That's for a whole nother show. But there's a lot of revenue to be made with the G5 because they only made, I think, throughout this, I think both teams pocketed about $6 million. And I know people saying, well, who's going to watch that game? Well, they're going to watch it. We're all going to watch those games because it means something, right? It's competitive. It's for a championship. And if you look at, even if you go back and look at the numbers from the American Athletic Conference Championship game, that viewership from that game, or you go to the Sun Belt Championship game, the viewership goes up in those type of games with the group of 5 because they're playing for a higher stakes. And that's what we love as football fans, teams playing for higher stakes. And there's so much more to build. And now we're building blue blood teams off of those group of 5 teams, such as, you know, Kennesaw State. Who knew that Kennesaw State was coming from the FCS just last year? Now they're in the FBS now. They're in a group of 5 playoff.
I told them, boy, they teeth kicked in right now, though, man.
Yeah, they are.
Hey, Chubb, out of everybody you were gonna say, I did not expect you to say Kennesaw State.
No, because I'm speaking on the money aspect of it. Them building G5 blue bloods down. You know what I'm saying? Like that could have helped a team like Kennesaw State, even though they're getting beat on. And now their players ain't getting poached because their players is always getting poached. But if they got a chance to make their own money, they can retain a lot of their talent because that's what that's what a lot of power schools is doing. They looking at these G5 programs and saying, well, I want to take your coach.
That's what it is now at this point. It's got to the point where the G5 schools, they're gonna be used as basically like a version of high school recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you, well, I'm gonna get into my point, you feel me? But then I'm gonna get into my point a little later.
Okay.
I'll get y'all a point. I'm gonna do my point. Well, go ahead, Dolphin. Do you feel like G5 schools should get in? Should they have their own playoff bracket?
No, yeah, I agree. I think they should get in. I don't know what happened. I got kicked out there for a second, so I might have missed a little bit.
Nah, you ain't really missing much.
But I do. I totally agree. I think there should be a format where a G5 tournament happens, and the winner of that G5 tournament, gets the last bid in or something like that. You know what I mean? I feel like that could happen. Like a play in, and my personal thing, I want to play in. I think you take those G5 teams and the first and two team out, and they play each other. They try to play their way in. You know what I mean? Prove to me that you can compete at this level and be in the college football playoff. That's just my opinion. But no, I like the way Trucking, laid it down and did it that way. And
Trucking.
I don't see anything wrong with it, man. So I think they should be in, because at the end of the day, everyone else is kind of treating them like the minor leagues right now, right? It's like, they're a minor league system and they're just using them as a farm, like he was saying. So, I mean, I think it'd be good for college football, Plus, it'd be cool to see a G5 team win one year. You know what I mean?
Right. That's gonna be far stretch, boy.
I know, but it would be cool. It'd be cool.
That's what I said. It'd be nice.
Who wouldn't love to watch? We would have loved to see Tulane and James Madison play for the G5 Conference Championship game this year.
G5 National Championship.
Yeah.
Like that, yeah.
A G5 National Championship. Tulane.
Reed, should a G5 school get in, and should they have their own playoff bracket?
I honestly, man, I'd like Dolphin Day and Truck and Chubbs, man. I like both of y'all little take on it. I rock with both of y'all. We just kind of take a little bit off of both and just, because I feel like with all the teams that was dropping out back and not feeling like they was feeling betrayed about not getting into the playoffs, I might as well slide some of that money to that G5. Let them, let them play in them little high stakes bowl games, get a little bit of that money. If y'all gonna be a pipeline anyway for these students, y'all gonna still coach a lot of these coaches and players. You might as well let them get a little piece of the money, a little piece of the pie, play a lot of these bigger games, get more exposure for these players. You know what I mean? So that way, those who ain't getting the chances to transfer to another school, like maybe at their last year or something, they may get a look for a Senior Bowl or may get a look for the draft. You know what I mean? So getting them exposure, getting more money to these smaller schools, getting them better funding, allowing them the opportunity to potentially keep a lot of their players, man. So definitely, having a little bit of both, letting them get exposure, but also having those two top teams in the play it out, in the group of 5, G5, let them play it out for a spot. Because I'm always like I said, I'm a believer in equality and I'm a believer in parity. Even if, like you say, it ain't gonna happen or it might not happen, it's gonna be a long time. But when it do, it's gonna make for good football. You know what I mean? So you don't want to never just shut the door on them. You know what I mean? So I feel like they should at least one team get in, but they got to duke it out in their championship game and they get a spot in there. One of the best.
Me personally, I don't think they should get in. I don't think they should get in. Me personally, just like Division II football, I think they need their own playoff bracket system and their own bowl game system and their own national championship system to give the G5 students and fan bases more to cheer for during the season instead of just a bowl game and then back to playing regular season football again. Because all of them ain't gonna make the playoffs, and the ones that do gonna get smacked in the first round more than likely. If we just being honest, unless they catch somebody, bull jiving around, they catch somebody slipping, but they gonna meet they maker at some point in the playoffs. But if they have their own playoff bracket, you also, even though teams gonna poach from their rosters, they gonna get more exposure for players. You feel me? Which you want to, as a program, you want to help the players regardless if they gonna stay at your program or not. You want to help them. You feel? You want them to be great and do great things regardless. And you got a whole national championship game, you feel me, 4 schools could compete for in that conference, which they will be more competitive amongst each other because they are kind of on the same recruiting level and money level for the most part compared to, the bigger brands in the SEC, the Big Ten, et cetera, you feel me? But this question, I'm interested in y'all take also, man. Should it stay as a 12-team playoff or should they add teams? Reed, take it first, baby.
Man, keep it where it is, man. Keep it where it's at. You got to earn your spot, man. You trying to get participation trophies, man. For just because, we in the top 15, we in the top 20, we in the top 25. Let's do a 24 team. Nah, man. Nah, that's what this is all about, man. You taking away from the feeling, the emotion of the game. If everybody get in, what's the point of doing this, man? You know what I mean? What's the point of doing the regular season? You might as well just say who got the best recruiting classes, just line them up. Just go and see them up and let them play. because that
Trying
defeats
to
the
tell
purpose
you.
of the regular season. You know what I mean? So just keep it the way it is, man. I was cool when it had less teams, honestly. But 12, I feel like it's a good balance. It has opportunity for because without that having those 12 teams, Miami wouldn't even be in the spot that it's in. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So you can't rule it out. I would say we're in a beautiful spot where we at, and I feel like it'll water it down a little bit more, and it's gonna give more opportunity for them to vouch for even G5s to come back in. Just from that perspective. So yeah,
And
just keep it
Reed,
where it's at.
I also agree. I like the 12 format. I agree with the 12. I just don't like how they I just don't like how they go about picking the 12.
Yeah.
Like if it's some way
Needs to
to
be
find a better way of getting the
all the way across
12
the
best
board,
teams
right.
that's actually the best 12 best teams, then yes, you feel me? Because 12, I feel like that's the perfect number, you feel me? If you win your conference, you automatically in. But the only problem is it's like the
It's
10
the schedule
guaranteed
because of the
spots.
conference that you in as well. So
Yeah, you feel me?
that's
It's like
why the
10
SEC had a
guaranteed
push for
spots.
that.
You feel me? It ain't no 12 guaranteed spots. One of those spots going to a G5 school, and now one of them guaranteed to Notre Dame ass if they if they finish in the top 12.
Mm-hmm.
What you were saying, Reed?
I was just saying, just going basically just it defeats all the purpose of it, man, honestly. They're gonna be pushing forward and when they don't deserve it. Honestly.
Yeah.
Dolphins.
We could be right in the sweet spot right here, man. Well,
Yeah, no, I agree.
because you'd have to shorten the season too, honestly. But yeah.
Now, if you asked me that question last year, I would have disagreed. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna let you know. Yeah, I agree with the 12 team format. I mean, look, we already tripled the amount of teams that are already in it. Right? We keep doing more. I think it's gonna ruin the sport a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if we went to 16, maybe I could dig it. But I think 12's more than enough. And if you do more than that, I feel like the 12 best teams are gonna win anyway. So what's the point of putting 16 in? You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I like it at 12. I say we keep it at 12. You fight, you win, you get in. That simple.
If anything, if they expand it, I say 14 at the most, dog.
Yeah.
The only reason I say 14 at the most, because that give a little, wiggle room for them teams, them bubble teams that actually are good teams, but they probably slipped up in the regular season. And you feel me? They could have made some noise in the playoffs. You feel me? But 16 and plus that's too much, dog.
Yeah.
Because I think once we get to 14, you start to look at
ain't lying neither.
Yeah, because everybody wants to vouch for the strength of schedule and things like that. Once you start looking at different conferences, so once you get there, that's when Big 12 and Utah gonna be starting to holler to get in. And we already saw how that trickle effect worked when Texas Tech went up against a real team. So how you think Utah is gonna face up? Like once you get past 12, that talent drop off be quick. You know what I mean?
It's all about the money.
Yep. You ain't lying, Chuck. Baby.
It's all about the bread, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, regardless, now I like the 12 team format. I wish they probably would knock it down to 8, only just so because I'm so much of a fan of the G5 getting their own playoff bracket. But I mean, it's all about the bread at the end of the day. So, what the SEC getting, what they get, $21 million per school. The ACC, which I get $13 million per school, and then the Big 12 getting $12 million per school. So, that's what it's always boiling down to, the money, who got the biggest money, who what revenue share, what, how that's going. And it's weird. But the 12, I guess I could deal with the 12 team playoff. I'm a football fan, just how everybody else is up here. So could deal with it, even though I don't like it, but hey, I rocks with it, if that's what they want to do. But I do feel like if they're going to add more teams, then that's when they need to start thinking about splitting half and half and not letting the G5 team getting into the college football playoffs. I feel like it's a total waste of time.
Yeah. Especially with that many different, possibility outcomes. Because it's not college basketball, you feel me? Yeah. College basketball, say if one or two elite players slip up and go to a school nobody heard of and they just go dominate March Madness, that's likely, that's possible. Yeah. But it don't work like that in football. One or two players can make somewhat of a difference, but it ain't gonna carry you through big games against a team that got more than one or two players. They got their whole roster ready to get down with it.
Travis Hunter and Shedeur.
Yeah, I like that comment that popped up too, DP. It don't matter how many more you add, man. Because
South Coast came.
Yeah,
he ain't lying, man.
It's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same thing.
Be complaining, but I feel like we're in a beautiful.
But with that,
Regardless,
man,
they gotta-
I don't feel like it's fair that Notre Dame could cry their way into getting a guaranteed spot. So
They might as well
you
be a
basically
G5
telling-
team.
So you basically telling any team that play them like, oh, that win right there don't matter. Like it don't matter what you do, unless these folks go 7-6 or lose 5 games or more, or something like that. They getting in longer than the top 12. It don't matter what they do. It don't matter who they play. They can play Bethune-Cookman, FAMU, Hampton, Grambling State, go undefeated, and they gonna get in longer they finish in top 12. It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, and that's I mean, so you feel, I mean, we all feel the same way with the G5. It got the strength of schedule, the competitive fairness of it, of the whole thing, and like that. It don't even, just those two alone don't even make sense for them to be able to get into the college football playoff. Period. Point blank. And I feel you with Notre Dame. Like I like Notre Dame. They're a strong blue blood team, but their strength of schedule. I thought this year's schedule was okay, you know what I mean? But they gotta play some more valid teams. Like they gotta play some more teams, bro. They can't have an independent schedule like that and skate through with playing at least 3 of those other teams that, you know, like who was on their schedule this year that I didn't like. There was a couple of teams, but like, you know, they gotta play teams, man. They can't.
I'm about to say, Chubb, besides Miami, Texas A&M and USC, they ain't really play nobody for real.
I kind of want to pick up on that too. It's well, the thing is, like with Notre Dame, right? So like, here's my thing with them. Here's my problem. My problem is with them doing that whole aspect is, since they're not in a conference, right? They could play whoever's conference they want at the end of the day, but the games are not going to mean as much as a conference playing. So like you put in perspective, like us versus Pitt, right? Miami versus Pitt, right? That game means more to Pitt. That game means more to Miami because it's a conference game, right? Mm-hmm. They're going to play harder both sides. And if you look at the game before that, when Notre Dame played Pitt, Notre Dame said, oh, we don't care about this game. Our only care is next week. We don't care if we lose by 70. Or their head coach said that because it didn't matter conference-wise. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. Join a conference, bro.
Nah, I feel you, bro. I feel you because that Narduzzi did say that. Wow, like, how do you say that, bro? Like, you just go into a room full of dogs and you just like, I don't care if we get beat by 100 by Notre Dame, fellas. They're not in a conference. Like, that's
exactly
to say that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, y'all heard what LV said, man. They thought they were special, and everyone has the same response to Notre Dame. Shut up.
Shut up.
But what I will say, LV, man, the committee putting a pacifier in their mouth, man, trying to rock them, man. They're talking about it's okay. We're gonna make sure y'all in the top 12. Don't cry. Like, come on, man, get out of here with that jive, dog. Not Coach Hayes.
That schedule better reflect it too,
bro.
Too much talking on the net. Get in the field and do something about it.
I'm trying to tell you. And I'm getting to the last question, what my dog's been waiting for. I know y'all been waiting for this question, man. What are your takes on the national championship game? We here, baby. We here.
I'll jump. Hey.
Go ahead. I'll let you take it off.
I'll jump in on this one, man. Hey, I mean, dude, the fact that you even asking me that question, bro, feels good. You know, it's the first time in my life, bro. It's the first time I'm experiencing this. I was born in 2003, man, so I missed that cutoff date, right? You know what I mean? So this is my first time. A lot of people saying the use back. No, I'm saying the use here because I ain't never seen it before. You know what I mean? So it's like, But man, I just think that the whole rhetoric they're pushing on, 7.5 point favorite. You know, you're in our house, bro. I know we're using the away locker room, but you're in our house, dude. You know what I mean? That means so much more to those players on that Miami team than I think it does to the Indiana team. You got to think, man, these boys are going to play their hearts out for the city. They're at home. They got a chance to play at home in front of their city they grew up in, most of the team, and go ball out, man. I think it's kind of disrespectful. I think Miami is going to use that though. So I think Miami wins this game, man. I'm going to be honest. I think it's going to be closer than, a lot of the other. I think it's going to be like another Ole Miss Miami game, to be honest.
That's real, man. Reed, how you feeling, baby? How you feel about this natty, man? We already don't talk about it, but let us know, man. Let us know what's up.
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. I feel disrespected a little bit. I'm trying to keep my emotions out of it because I'm trying to see where the 7.5 come from.
Yeah.
Because if you kind of try to break it down and slice it right down the middle, y'all might have a more discipline and y'all might want to say y'all more well coached than us. That can be a toss up. However I want to look at it, whatever. I ain't gonna go back and forth on that. But we got the players, man. We got the dogs. We got the mentality. We at home. We at home.
Yes,
Who
sir.
plays for a national championship at home? It does not happen. So just for the simple fact, y'all want to make them underdogs, is just y'all add more fuel to the fire. I wouldn't set it up to be any other way. The fact that you would send us to our house, to the crib, 305, and make us underdogs in our own spot. You couldn't write any better, man. Because that just summarizes the playoffs. Y'all counted us out from the moment we stepped in, and every team that y'all counted us out and thinking we was gonna get stepped over, we stepped over. Now we in the natty, y'all think we finna get stepped over again? Hey,
I say
we
that.
at home, dog. That's all I gotta say.
True. That's the truth,
Real
man.
now, go Canes, baby.
Yep.
That's the
Yo,
truth.
how you feeling, man? You
That's
the neutron right now, man. Tell
the truth.
tell us how the neutron feeling about this national championship game, baby.
That's the truth, man. Hey, you going DP or am I
Nah,
jumping?
go ahead. Let me know how you feel.
Okay, so look, I mean, look, obviously, I look
you.
at this game from a football fan perspective on both sides and look at both sides and what they coming in. So you got Indiana that coming in with a lot of hype. They coming in with so much, you know what I'm saying? This team has never been here before, right? So they just used to losing. And now they coming in here undefeated, 15-0, going into Miami South. So I think what they playing with in their head is the consistency of staying damn near perfect. But then you look at y'all, you know what I mean? In Miami, y'all, they coming in y'all the house. They're the favorite. Y'all already high. So y'all already play with so much high intensity, undisciplined culture. I hope that y'all don't go over the top and y'all just stay disciplined and laser focused on the main goal and don't let all that outside noise, like what you talk about, get you overhyped in this game. But look, I mean, Indiana, we already know that they're a very disciplined, fundamentally sound football team, and that's what they do. Miami, let's just call it what it is, y'all. Y'all got a habit of letting teams hang around. You cannot let Indiana hang around in this game. If y'all going to take it to them physically, put them down, put your foot on their neck, and keep the foot on the gas and mash down at home. That's what y'all got to do. Y'all cannot let Indiana hang around in this game. I mean, y'all had to consider that you always seen that. You just look back at all the games. Teams hanging around playing with them. You can't do that with this team. You got to go out, put your foot in their neck, finish the game early.
Man, Miami is in the national championship, dog. Been a long time coming, dog. And what I will say about this Indiana team, man, me and Coach Hayes, I was in the locker room with the boy. We was watching, he was going over the film with Indiana, man. And from what we seen, the running back and the tight end from Indiana gonna tell you what every play gonna be. It's either gonna be an inside zone, outside zone, or they gonna release these folks, man. Listen, Miami is in the national championship, dog. Mario Cristobal went to a Mark Fletcher, or Ruben Bain, or Francis Malinois, and when they was high school recruits and told them, boys, listen, man, we're gonna work hard and we're gonna bring this program back. We're gonna get to a natty at some point. Well, now y'all here.
That's crazy, man.
Now it's time for y'all to stick to y'all end of the bargain.
Let's go.
Because he did his part.
Let's go.
He got you here. And not only is you here, you at the crib with it, dog.
Yeah.
In front of your family. Even if they trying to keep us from coming in the door, boy, y'all feel us here.
Come on.
Mark Fletcher mama drove 2,000 miles to see her son play from South Florida all the way to California. Guess what? She don't got to drive that far tonight this time, baby.
Right.
15 minutes.
Go that far this time, baby. Like my dog Coach Hayes says, she don't got to drive that far this time, baby. So listen, Kane's gonna be ready, man, and I gotta put trust in what got us here, dog. Them trenches. On both sides of the ball, them trenches what got us here.
Make it high so we can squat.
I gotta ask Indiana, have y'all seen some trenches like this? Have you seen a gangster like Ruben Bain come off that edge? Have you seen a gangster like Hakeem Mesler come off that edge? Have you seen a gangster like Amaya Moten coming up that middle, wrecking havoc? Have you seen this Mendoza? Will you have time? Will you have more than 3 seconds that you take? Because Miami, we getting back there in 2.5 seconds, and you take 3 seconds to release that thing. So you better tighten up, my friend. The whole media doubting Miami, everybody doubting Miami at home too.
Talk to me quick, not slick.
I think y'all gonna get to the quarterback, no doubt. Akeem Asador and Ruben Bain have been playing outstanding in these playoffs, bro. Are you watching them? Indiana has always struggled with protecting Mendoza. You go back and you
They got a tackle problem. They got an offensive tackle problem. Both of their tackles. Bufale. Bufale. Just Bufale is trash. Get them out of here. Bufale.
It's over, man.
Basura.
But they are a disciplined team. I give them. They disciplined. But I watched Penn State and Ohio State push their ass all around all game long, giving them boys the business, treating them boys like sleds, blocking sleds.
Mendoza almost went out second play of the game, if you don't recall.
Rough,
trying to
boy got rocked.
Man. I don't know what games they looking at, man.
And not only that, bro, you're going against a defense that's ranked number 7 against the run in the nation. And I only seen Indiana play against, I want to say, 2 teams with an offense ranked in top 45. That's Oregon. They played them twice in Ohio State. And we seen what happened in Ohio State game. So you mean tell me the world can't feel like the Canes gonna handle these boys at the crib?
I don't know how they came up with that. I don't know how they came up with it. That's just insane, yo. Like, that's insane. For me, watching both these teams, bro, just blossom, bro. I don't understand how they got it, 7-point favorite. It should be a very close game because they always had a problem with protecting Mendoza. I mean, y'all got tells, like you said. You can tell when y'all running the ball and when y'all not. I can tell when y'all winning the ball or when y'all going to the RPO. Y'all guard give it away. They identify. When they're identifying out there on the offensive line for Miami, most likely going to be a pass because you got to know which one to throw which one ain't. You know what I'm saying? When they just get down there and they get in their stance, it's probably going to be a run because they can do that with them big boys. Just lean on you, play physical ball. But if I can see that, I'm sure the other teams can see that too. But I mean, with Indiana, y'all got it. That's how y'all control the game. Go out there, put pressure on Mendoza, make him try to win the game. Y'all, use those ends, and then y'all get out there, run the ball, and take advantage of, what the defense is going to give you with that team because they've been doing really good with that. And y'all just slow, methodically win this game. Now, if anybody looking for a high-scoring game, that ain't happening here. That's not happening. That should not happen. Nope. That's not how this game is going to be won. What you said?
He said Willie say Miami 46, Indiana 27.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Willie say, hey, we getting in them boys.
Nah, that's crazy. I don't see it. If it get to a high scoring game, that's not the game that y'all want to win. Would y'all agree with that?
I agree.
Well, me, honestly, I don't think Miami even play a high score. The only way we're going to score a lot of points is we get a lot of turnovers because Miami drive the ball down.
We got 7-minute drives, man.
Yeah,
7-minute drives.
We have a high tempo.
Possession, bro. We're going to run that thing.
But if we get them in turnovers, though, like say we take advantage of the turnover opportunities that we had in the Ole Miss game and the Indiana game, we get those same opportunities.
I'm gonna quote that.
Take advantage of them.
Pocket hot.
I'm gonna quote the SEC, bro, when they said it just means more. Miami's at their house, man. It just means more.
It should.
Yeah.
But fellas, man, we here at our closing remarks, man. Let people know where they can find you, man.
Man, on all platforms, man. Cane Boys Podcast, man. You can find your boy Reek, man. Go.
Yes, sir.
Canes, man, we out here, man. Hey, we finna get this natty, man. You know what I'm talking about? Go get my energy out real quick.
Come
man.
on.
Go Canes, man. Let's go, man.
I'm still trying to get the emotions together, man. It's the first time in my life, so I'm still trying to get it.
Dolphin. Let the people know where they can find you, my brother.
Yeah, man. YouTube right here on this platform, man. Dolphin Day Podcast. TikTok, Dolphin Day, and Instagram, Dolphin Day Pod.
Yes, sir. Yep. Truck and Chub, baby. Let them know where they can find you for, my guy.
Y'all can find me here, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I'm here on YouTube mostly and TikTok on X, man. It's just how I spell it on the screen, Truck and Trubsy. Gotta spell it like that or you won't be able to find me. Very unique. I appreciated kicking it with y'all too, man. Thank y'all for having me.
And that's real, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate everybody that came through and rocked out with us, man. Thank you, being in the comment section, supporting the channel, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all the real ones, man. And I gotta end it off with it's all about the you feel me? Go Canes, baby. We up, man. We gotta bring that natty home, baby. Man, throw the you up one time, Chub, man. I know you want to throw it up, Chub.
For us, man.
Throw it up before we go out, man.
Yeah,
baby. All right, go Canes, baby. Yeah.
Respect.
Yes, sir.
All right.